lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade.
Hello, we are getting ready to come to you, not live, but sort of recorded. Let's see, season 2, episode 2. You can see I'm really good
3.
at this.
We're on 3.
Oh, season 2, episode 3. Season 2, episode 3.
We're already gotten some bloopers for you. This is great. Love it.
Of Contracts and Cocktails. And I am Carolyn.
And I'm Kelly.
And we'll get it together eventually. But we actually, today I think we're going to be talking about stress. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stress.
We're not always going to talk about all real estate stuff. So we hope you'll bear with us and find us, entertaining, if nothing else.
Right.
And
we're trying not to be boring.
Yes, try not to be boring. And true to life. I mean, a little bit about hey, this is real life. We're real people. We have real emotions. We have real
issues.
I was going to use another word. Issues. We have real issues. Dog poop going on. Real issues going on. And, we have things. And hopefully you can relate to that. And I think it's more fun than just always talking about straight real estate, but we'll always talk about some real estate.
Yeah.
So Kelly was talking about, how when we started in real estate, we were skinny tiny little people.
Yeah. Once upon a time.
And
then, you get invited to all these functions as a realtor. It's like, oh, come to this broker's open and there's going to be food and drinks. And then, this title company wants to invite you to their happy hour at one of your favorite places to go. So you're like, well, I have to go to that. And there's free food and free alcohol. Mm-hmm. And then, the lenders are like, oh, can I take you to lunch? Sure, you can take me to lunch. And, lunch is on them. And then we go out to lunch a lot. And as a realtor, your schedules are so
crazy.
Yeah, they're just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really get to sit down and eat 3 square meals a day.
Yeah.
You're eating at your desk. You're eating in your car. You're just snacking. My biggest thing was just snacking all day at the office.
Yes.
Oh, let me have a snack because I'm sitting
called
here.
Stress eating.
It is
called stress eating.
Yeah, for sure.
We were really good at it. I think we had a special degree. Stress eating master.
I got really good at it because I gained 40 some pounds doing this activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you have your normal life stress with your family and, your kids and, stuff that's breaking at your own house that you have to somehow deal with and, having to do it on your own because your husband's 8,000 miles away on a contract.
That was Kelly.
Yeah, that was me for a long time, but not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
now
I'm making him pick up all the slack.
He gets fun, Tommy.
Have fun being daddy today.
Yeah.
Mommy is checked out.
Yeah.
But, so we're trying to figure out ways. I've done so many crazy things to lose weight over the years.
I did a 500 calorie. It worked, by the way. The 500 calorie thing, it worked. And I got really skinny. And then I ate. And once you eat, just slowly over time.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Many years ago, the first crazy thing I did, I was a little girl. This is bad. Oh, this is eating disorder level.
Yeah.
I think my mom was trying a diet. It was cottage cheese, which is disgusting.
Oh, yes. Our moms did all kinds of weird diets.
So I'm I'll do that with you. And I'll eat plain tuna with nothing on it and some cottage cheese. It was gross. I did it for 5 minutes. And then fast forward to adulthood, I've done Weight Watchers. I've tried Nutrisystem. That stuff is disgusting. Oh my God.
Nutrisystem has revoked our sponsorship.
Well, I don't want their sponsorship because that food's just nasty.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else have I done? I have done, I tried Weight Watchers again. That failed. I've done macro coaching where they tell you, weigh your food and measure your food.
I didn't do that, but I watched Kelly do that.
Well, it will work if you have time to weigh your food and measure your food. I don't got time
and
for
eat
that.
on a schedule. I think that's for us, for
impossible.
me anyway,
it's
the whole schedule thing. And there are times where we just honestly are not eating enough. Because we're, especially
I would go all day
busy.
Long and then I would get home and be just famished.
Yeah.
So I'm just eating all the things and drinking all the things at one time.
Yes.
So, you're on an OMAD plan, which is one meal a day, but that meal is 4,000 calories or something ridiculous. Not really, but.
Did we show off our
cups? Yeah, we're drinking
our Yeti mugs.
Yeti water that stays close at hand. So, you know, and I've done other things like that aren't diets, but like, you know, cosmetic procedures to like get rid of, you know, stubborn areas. I don't know that worked so good, but we'll see.
Well, we won't talk about that.
I won't talk about it. I don't want to like just deter anybody. It didn't hurt. It was not surgical. But we tried all the things. So when earlier this year, I started reading about, because I have some problems with like very healthy, but I have some thyroid issues, and I also have liver. You know, just my liver doesn't work like it should, and I don't know if it's age or whatever it is. And so I was reading about these new class of diabetes drugs, and the diabetes drugs. One of the newest one, they said helps with liver function. And I thought that was really awesome, because my doctor's like, there's really not a lot you can do to help with that. And, you know, just kind of live with that thing. And it wasn't horrible. For you. Like, take these pills and they'll make you feel okay.
So, you know, the thyroid, you just treat the thyroid. So I was really interested, and it got approved for diabetes, but you couldn't just get it as like a normal human being. And I don't have diabetes. Kelly doesn't have diabetes. At the same time, Kelly comes into me and says, hey, I found out about this medication, which was another form of it, a different one.
Right.
Not the one that treated the liver. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get this other one that treats the liver. So Kelly, she's like the super researcher. If you need to know anything about anyone, and if you don't want somebody to know something about you, don't tell Kelly, because, you know, she can find...
I won't blab it, but I know how to find it out.
She can find things. So, yeah.
That's because I used to work for the state's attorney, so I have all the tricks.
Yeah. So she was able to find out, like, how we could, you know, perfectly legal, whatever, get this medication.
Find the provider, figure, you know, get that part done, get the prescription, how to get a huge discount on it, because it's like a $1,200 a month medication. Yeah, you need the coupon.
Yeah.
And how to go about doing all of that. So we just decided we'd be guinea pigs together, and why not? So it's working.
Yeah. It's called Mounjaro.
Yeah. Tirzepatide is the scientific name, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, so we started 3 days different from each other.
Yeah, like beginning of September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, within the first week, I just felt better. Like, I told Kelly.
You felt fabulous.
I felt fabulous. Like, it didn't even matter if I lost any weight. I just felt so good. And to cut a very long story short, on my end, I haven't lost as much weight as Kelly, but my thyroid numbers have gotten so much better that my doctor was able to eliminate one of my thyroid meds and decrease the other. And it's just, I'm like the happiest.
That's huge.
I feel so good. I have so much energy, and I just feel amazing. And I am losing weight, which is a nice little bonus as well.
Yeah,
and it's only costing me $25 a month, because Kelly in her research found the coupon. So that's good. And Kelly has had amazing results.
Yeah, I've lost so much weight, like 21.5 pounds in like 5 weeks. So, which needed to happen. I still have a little ways to go, but it's been like life-changing for me. I was able to, you know, go on my cruise and, you know, spend time on the beach and not feel like I needed to cover everything. Yeah. So to be more present with them, but because it's been a long, hard road when you're used to being a certain size and then you turn a certain age.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to try to figure out a way to come back. And of course, you know, my primary care provider here was like, oh, you just need to eat more vegetables. Honey, I eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
It's not the vegetables.
We weren't McDonald's visitors. It's not like we were eating fast food.
I do not eat fast food. I cannot stand fast food. So it's just a matter of consuming too much. It's calories is all it is. Calories in, calories out. And that's what this does. It just helps kind of like curb the appetite so that you're not feeling like you need to snack all day long. So it's been really, really good.
Yeah, and for me, it's been a huge energy thing. So we recommend it, and we're going to stay on it. So the good news for me is my endocrinologist who treats my thyroid disorder was so thrilled. He's like, well, I'm prescribing this for you now. And taking over because he's thrilled with the results of it. And I think, you know, it's going to be life-changing for a lot of people. And from what I understand, I think it's good for your blood pressure and your heart.
Your heart, your pancreas, your liver, your brain, that brain-gut connection, your diabetes stuff, your cholesterol, your triglycerides can get lowered, your A1C. There's people that have diabetes that I follow that are on this and have taken their A1Cs from like huge numbers, like in the 15s, which is really bad, down to like a 7 inside of like a month and a half, which is like
Amazing.
unreal. Yeah, it's super amazing.
Without insulin. They're not,
right.
and
they're not on insulin.
Yeah.
And like same thing for like their blood sugars. Like there's this one lady that I watch. She's so cute. She looks like Melissa McCarthy. Yeah, she's really cute. But her blood sugars were like in the 300s when she started.
gosh.
And now she's down in like the 120s. And she's been, I think, on it for like 2 months. So I think it's life-changing for them. And it has been fast-tracked by the FDA for approval for weight loss. So they think sometime in spring of 2023, it will be FDA approved for weight loss.
Which is huge.
But I think they're going to like look into it for other things. I heard like sleep apnea was one of the things.
I heard that too, yeah.
Some of the other, conditions that people have so that it can be approved by your insurance because it's a brand new drug. It was just released, I believe, in May, and the trials are still ongoing. I think they're in like SURMOUNT-2 right now. So
they finished, it's FDA approved for diabetes.
Yes, it is.
It's released for diabetes. So it is an approved drug. It's not like we're taking some weird
and doctors are prescribing it off-label, which doctors do all the time, off-label prescriptions for, antihistamines for this, maybe you don't have an allergy, but you need it for something else. So I think it's been happening for a long time and it's perfectly okay and legal. Yes.
Legal. Yeah. So, but we recommend it. We're feeling good and we're going to get skinny in front of your eyes.
Then we get to take new pictures.
Yeah, new pictures. So we're excited about that. Yeah. So that's been good for us. And I think it's good for our stress level too, just feeling better. Like the stress that we have, this is a stressful job. There's highs and lows. I think I mentioned last time, and that just, it can really, really get to you. So
it can mess with your sleep too. Yeah. And I feel like if you're not sleeping well, then nothing else is going well. Yeah. So that's a big play in stress is like, I've slept great on this medication.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, sleep has been much better. So in real estate for a buyer and a seller, it's one of the most stressful things that you can go through, I think, is to buy or sell or buy and sell.
If you're buying and selling, that's probably the worst of it because there's always a concern of, okay, I'm going to sell my house and I'm going to buy another house, but I'm afraid to sell my house because I haven't found that house yet.
Yes.
But then I have to sell in order to buy.
I don't want to be homeless.
Yeah, where am I going to go? Yeah. And I don't want to rent for whatever.
And pack all my belongings and put all my belongings where? Where am I going to put all my things?
Right. So, I had this one seller last year who was very concerned that, we were selling his house and he found his other house. So, like, those two things were good. And the coordination of, you have to be out of your house the night before so that your buyer can walk through that morning.
And you have to be able to clean. Like when you move out of your house, people clean the house.
You've got to. If you don't want to do it, we have cleaners that we recommend, and they're amazing, and they're not crazy expensive.
Because
they're very reasonable.
Emptying out their cabinets on a weekly basis, wiping down or the baseboards or whatever.
Right.
I mean,
sounds stressful. Hire the cleaner. Do it. It's worth a couple $100, I promise.
Yeah.
But he wanted to like move out, get the house clean, and then be able to move in. So he's like, well, can I move my stuff into the house early? And I said, the seller's not going to let you do that because she had an attorney that was advising her on everything, literally everything, and everything was always a no. So I would have to deliver the bad news. It's a no. And he was very concerned about where to put his frozen meals. What am I supposed to do with all my frozen meals? And I said, well, you have a family member local that maybe you could use their freezer for a little bit.
Right.
They don't have room for my frozen meals. I said, okay, well, maybe it was like a month
maybe
ahead. Let's just stop buying them. Just eat what you have.
Yes.
And then, maybe give away the rest to your neighbors. Hey, I have these extra Hungry Mans that I can give you. And then, we just don't buy them. He was not happy with that answer, but it worked out. He came to the walkthrough the morning of closing with his cooler in hand. He said, I don't care what you tell me. They're going in that freezer right now. I'm like, it's all you. You can do whatever you want now at this point. So it was fine. And he was paying cash for the house. It wasn't a big deal.
But so funny.
It was the funniest thing to me because, the things that people are so concerned about, it's not like, where am I going to put my stuff? It's like, where am I going to put my food?
Pets to me are like a big deal.
Pets are the biggest deal because I've done that where when I sold my last house and bought the one that I'm in, it was simultaneous. So we had to be out and my things were being stored and I had two dogs.
Kellie has a few pets.
Yeah. Well, right now I only have two, but I had two dogs and a cat at the time. So I had to find a hotel that would allow me to have them with me. And then we had an issue because my seller for the house that I was buying, they were out of the area and they did not know that they needed to come to sign. They thought that they could just do it remotely. So that got delayed. And then I had to be in a hotel a couple extra days and pay the extra storage fee for the mover. So that was a little stressful. And I was by myself with 2 very, very small kids, 3 animals it was an oceanfront hotel room. It was not a bad time. I said, if I'm going to have to do this, I'm doing an oceanfront.
Suffer, this
right?
Is how
we're going to suffer this way.
Yeah.
So it was like a little mini vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it can be stressful, but there are solutions, and you just got to make the best of it and try not to like overly stress and don't overthink it. Like it will all flow fine. We'll make it happen.
And I think we're pretty good at doing the it's called a simultaneous close, where you sell in the morning. And you close on your new home in the afternoon, and we're pretty good at coordinating that, but nothing is perfect. Real estate is made for, little bumps and curves in the road, and we sort of navigate that, but there's always a way around it. And so don't worry too much about those kinds of things. We can always work through that.
If it's out of your control, don't worry about it.
Yeah. You can't fix it by stressing.
Definitely not.
I need to remember that when I'm laying in bed at 2 a.m. and I'm like, what about this? What about that? Can't sleep.
We do all the worrying for you, so you don't have to.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the stress eating. We're done stress eating, by the way. Sometimes we still will stress drink, but we're allowed once in a rare while. Yeah, so you can trust us to sort of handle, I think that's the thing, handle the heavy load of worrying, push that off on us and just know that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, we are taking it very seriously as if it's our own purchase. We never are like, oh, well, it doesn't affect me. I say that all the time when I'm dealing with customer service somewhere, and they don't care because it's not affecting them. They get to go home at the end of the day, and it's not a big deal. But for us, it's like, we take it home with us and we take it everywhere with us. So, we are doing this. We literally are doing the stressing for you.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry. We're going to take care of everything, make sure that things go as smoothly as possible. And none of our clients have ever ended up homeless.
No. Has not happened.
It hasn't happened. So everything works out. So I guess that's it for today.
Yeah.
Anything else, Kelly?
I think that's good.
We're feeling good. If you want to know anything about that or Mount Jaro, we're happy to share. Kelly TikToks about it.
Gosh.
So follow Kelly on TikTok.
God, you get to see all my progress. It's super fun.
I don't TikTok, but I watch Kelly and it's fun. So, but follow us on social media. We are excited because we will be doing a lot more social media coming up. And then also be sure to subscribe to our vodcast, our podcast, however you prefer to listen. We look forward to continuing these and having fun. And again, if you have any suggestions for us or things you want us to talk about, don't hesitate to reach out. Hello at Coastal Estate Team or 321-422-2160.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next time.
See ya.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast.